Hello, my people. Hope you're doing fine wherever you are watching me from. And of course, if you're coming across our YouTube channel for the first time, we are asking you, please do subscribe. It doesn't cost anything, and it helps us a lot. It helps a lot. Also, like and share with your friends, family, your enemy, everyone. And for those who have subscribed, we really appreciate it so much. So today I want to talk about why Africans, or why we should do away with the African puppets. When I talk about African puppets, I'm talking about African leaders who are under the West, or who are the projects of the Western world. And as you know, the leaders, or most of the leaders that we have here in Africa, are the reason why, or I'll say they're part of the problems that are facing Africans as a whole. When I say problem, I talk about unemployment rate, which is high on almost all African continent. I'm talking about poor governance. I'm talking about poverty. Because we, Africa, we have one common problem. We share a common problem. And the problems that I've just aired out, I'm talking about poverty, corruption, poor governance, etc. So why do I feel like we should do away with these African puppets, people who are working with the West? Simply because they are the problem, as much as the Wazungus are the reason, because you cannot rule out them, because they are also the reason why we are in this situation that we are in as Africans. But also the leaders that we have elected to guide us, to lead us, to show us the way, are also part of what's affecting Africa as a whole. And I'm someone who always say things straight, and I say things the way I see it. I don't dodge, I don't, talk a lot of, I don't go around the bush. I just say it, I just say the way it is, black and white. See, I don't dodge. And the reason why it's high time we deal away with these leaders, these corrupt leaders, the greedy leaders who are part of the Western project, is because the only way we will, come out of the issues that's affecting us as Africans, when we deal away with them, you see, because they are the big problem. They are the big problem because they are being used to oppress us, to suppress us, and that's the main reason why I feel like we should do away with them. There's nothing that is working here in Africa, because anytime the West, or the Mzungus or the Wazungus want to impose something on us, they always use these leaders. They always use the government. For example, talking about homosexuality, you see, they are forcing it onto us Africans. We should practice their culture. Talking about family planning, as an African man or woman, we know having more children, they always say it's a sign of wealth, because God created man and woman to what? To produce babies. No, but now the Mzungu coming, I know most of you don't understand how this game is being played. The sooner you'll realize, then you'll understand what I'm trying to preach out here. The Wazungus, they know very well that if they impose such kind of things like homosexuality, they impose, of course, the family planning, which is currently right now in Africa. You see, women are now taking family planning, so they don't give birth to many children. They don't mean good to us. Rather, they want to make sure that the population of Africa doesn't grow, and that's the reason why. You see, because if man and man decide to be together or get married, woman and woman, definitely those people, a man and a man cannot give birth, a woman and a woman cannot give birth. You see, they're reducing the people because they know that Africa, we are the future rulers. Africa is the future of tomorrow, you see. and they are using the same corrupt leaders that we elected in those specific positions. See, and the reason why I feel like we should do away with, or I really say that most of the African leaders are puppets of the West. For example, just say in Kenya. See, after the court ruled out that Ruto should not deploy the Kenyan police to Haiti, because there's a lot of conflict in Haiti right now. But he still says that even after the court ruling out saying it's null and void, the man still insists that he will continue, or he will still take the police, or the mission still going on. Why is it that US are not taking their police officers in Haiti? Why use Kenyans? Why use us? Why Kenyan police? Because Ruto is the puppet. He's doing what he's being told to do, because he knows very well if he doesn't do, because you can't risk our police to take them in a place where there's chaos. And if you look at Kenya police and look at US police, US have got some of the best, or one of the best military force compared to Kenya. But why do you want to risk our people? That's what I'm saying. They are puppets. You see, another one, president, I feel like he's a puppet, or I know he's a puppet, is the Senegal president. You see what's happening in Senegal right now at the moment? There's chaos because the elected president, the current president, Macky Sall, decided to postpone the election. Reason being, he's saying that the current leaders are ineligible. Just few days to election, he decides to postpone elections. Why? Maybe because he's doing what they always want him to do. Maybe they haven't yet found a puppet, the person who will be put there so that they can control. DRC Congo, what's happening in Congo? Why is it the war in Congo cannot end? Because there's a puppet there who is doing what the West want them to do. There's nothing these people have ever bought here in Africa, or that went on to work. Not education system, it failed. Healthcare system, it failed. Everything that imposed to us failed. And talking about the education system, most of the youth in Africa are poor. And especially for example, here in Kenya, the system that we were using before the current system, it was the 844 system. And the 844 system, it was a system that the British gave it to us, imposed it to us. And this system failed. And this is because of this system, most of the youth are employed. This system only helped few, but if you look at the majority are unemployed. Many have studied degrees, got masters, but they don't have jobs. But you cannot tell me the only way that I can, make my life better is to go to work for the Europeans, to go to work in Europe, because even them, they have their people, and the jobs that they have is for their own people. So how do you expect an African one to go there and secure a job easily? It won't happen. And there's nothing good that these people have ever done. The colonizers, now African countries are under what is called neo-colonization, where they control everything. They control everything, not our economic, culture, governance, you see. And it has to come to an end. The only way Africa will come out of poverty, Africa will develop, is when we deal away with the African puppets, the Western, these presidents who are working for the West. Otherwise, we won't develop. We'll still remain where we are, and things need to change. We need to kick them out. Elect leaders who can work for us. Elect leaders who can put our interests in front instead of the West interests. And the only way, the reason why the West cannot leave Africa is because they still want to steal from us. It's like what they stole years back. They are not satisfied. They still want to steal from us. That's why you can see they are always pretending by giving us aid, helping us, supporting the NGOs. Most of the NGOs are theirs that are here in African countries, most of African countries. You see, it's just that they're trying to sweet talk us with some goodies so that we can do what they want us to do for them. Just a show off. That's why I'm insisting it's high time we do away with these puppets, the African puppets. They are doing harm instead of helping us. So that's the message that I wanted to pass to you today, and tell you why I feel like, Africa, It's a blessed country. It's a blessed continent. We're so blessed, and that we should always appreciate. As much as we are poor, but we are blessed with the best weathers, blessed with good climate, blessed with everything. That's why even during the corona, most Africans were never affected with this corona.